We are ready. Every single Warhammer Space Marine Legion in a nutshell by Bricky. Are we ready, Freddies, to learn about the legions? The legions!
What are we even watching?
On the internet, the time has come. The reckoning begins. Your boy got himself a shaker cup. After many months of shilling gamer subs like mad, my favorite thing to do, we have ourselves.
I'm sorry, it's so it's obvious. Why is it a waifu? God damn it, he's a gooner. The video, whether she saw it or not, remains to be seen. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if she likes it.
A goddamn shaker cup. It's here, the official Bricky waifu shaker cup. Do you see the gal on here? If it's not great at focusing, I'm sure there'll be a thing in the background. Skater, put a thing in the background. Long white.
Oh no, it's a I want to. My meme.
Hair, absolutely. A bit more toned, abs, obviously. Bikini, hit it. Legally distinct mark on the face, of course. She wants you to do the diddle thing.
What's the chances though that we were gonna debut that today and this is it too? As a sussy though, which makes us legally distinctly different.
Maybe, but most likely to serve in a glorious army. Legally distinct? I think so. The Bricky Shaker Cup is available now, and you should get.
You know the rules, and so do I. And add inside of our ad. If you like the video, like, subscribe, ring that bell, comment below of what we should be watching next, and check out the Patreon, all that fun stuff. But mainly, it helps me in the algorithm if you interact. Yeah, this is a different Warhammer one. This is every single Warhammer Space Marine Legion in a nutshell. And I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be my only thing on it. If you're upset about me having a close-up, I'm gonna say one thing to that. Fuck off. I don't care. This is my stream, suck a dick.
Get it while it is hot. But if you're thinking, Bricky, what should I put in this? Well, how about my top 10 favorite gamer subs flavors? From number 1 to number 10, all of them incredible, but listed regardless, and an addendum for those that are caffeine free. This
Bricky is addicted to being
shaker
behind
cup
my
is
head.
available now
like he's
in the
sniffing me.
description of this video. You may use code Bricky as well at checkout to get a discount on your order. A massive amount of profits goes to yours truly, and a huge thank you to Gamer Subs for sponsoring and for getting me this beautiful cup. Go out there and get it. I'm gonna take one more sip for the camera, slow it down, throw some sexy music in there, and I'll see you guys soon.
The green screen on his neck is reflecting and you can't tell, so it makes it look like he has a weird yellow spot on the back of his neck, like he dirty. Why do I focus on the weirdest parts?
Hello everybody, my name is Bricky, currently stuck in the walls of the most
Well, his name is Bricky.
prestigious school in the Imperium by punishment for falling asleep during class. God bless the Schola Progenium. Many of you have come across my Every Faction Explained video. Firstly, thank you. Secondly, we are here to dig a little deeper. Space Marines are the quintessential poster boys of Warhammer 40,000. When people think 40K, they think Space Marines, but there are many types of Space Marines, formed from 20 separate legions. We are going to rattle them off in order and give you a quick rundown of each one. A disclaimer, like in my Every Faction Explained video, this is a mix of accuracy and memes. If I say
Oh my god, what the hell is that?
Disclaimer, like in my Every Faction Explained video, this is a mix of accuracy and memes.
The heresy train has no brakes. Why the hell is that so terrifying? Wait, is V-Card TCG, is that the Merryweather one, or is that the one that has Shylity? Because there's like 2 card games that came out similar times. I can't remember which one's Mary's.
If I say the Salamander's Legion specializes in hugging children and petting puppies, they aren't exactly doing that, mostly.
I would like to pet this creature.
But you can infer that they care about civilians and are a bit kinder than the average Space Marine. A Space Marine being a genetically modified super soldier that's had
I'd pick them if I liked green better. Maybe I could find a green
a
shade I
million
like.
new and terrifying organs shoved into them, refrigerators strapped to their bodies, and are so far above the average human that they are referred to as demigods instead. Each Space Marine has a father, unlike you, a Primarch, which is basically an even bigger Space Marine that was forged in a lab by the God Emperor of mankind.
God Emperor. I would actually like to do a bit of a deep dive into the V card problem, because that took a turn from a lot of people loving it to it having a lot of problems, but I never kept up enough to figure it out, so I'd like to do that at some point.
That gigantic golden dude you see everywhere, who is both the leader and now the martyr of humanity. The Primarchs are his 20 sons, built in a lab, who lead 20 legions of Space Marines.
They all look like his
Or
clones.
their sons, not from a lab, but rather a dissection table, giving them the powers and skills of their associated Primarch via a gene seed, a special organ carrying the genetic makeup of their Primarch and, you know, their seed. So if Jagatai,
The face, no.
icon of the white scars, has the genetic makeup that wants him to go really, really fast, then his sons, the Space Marines, also want to go really, really fast. I should note that I am only referring to the legions this time around. If you're interested in
True. They're practically clone-like.
sub-factions like, let's say, the Black Templars, then it's not going to be here. However, I do have a excellent Black Templar video.
Thanks for the follow, John. Welcome to the Delinquents. I do like this motif. It does look pretty. Because after the Storm Pass, I will buy the Space Marine stuff we need to do. But I'm looking at paint. Someone said the best was something else, but when I was at the store, the best you can get in Australia was Vallejo paints. So what paints would you guys suggest, really?
I'd argue it's probably the most accurate one I can think of. It goes through the whole lore, everything about them. It's a very long video, and I'll put it in the description. Just look up Black Templar video.
But we did find it funny. Like, in the models, they look so smushed in comparison.
Description. You'll get what you need. And now, with the easy explanation out of the way, let us begin with our first legion. Dark Angels. Allegiance? Loyal. Primarch Lionel Johnson, a duelist, a knight, a real asshole, I'm not gonna lie. The single word descriptor, paranoid. The Dark Angels are
Paranoid. Oh my god. Oh, welcome in, homie. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Can I ask which channel, though, so I know what to expect?
our first legion, hailing from the death world known as Caliban. Their Primarch, Lionel Johnson, is what happens when you try to make the side profile Chad meme into a genuine character. He is a master tier duelist, a brilliant strategist, and an overall dick. There are few situations he isn't prepared for, and few fights he isn't ready to lead head on. This makes the Dark Angels have a very Knights of the Round Table vibe. They look like the knights of old with these large suits of power armor, often donning robes and hoods. Their names also follow this. They have like Ezekiel, Azrael, Belial, Samuel, and so on. However, the
all the angel names. Okay, so you thought it was going to be worthless, the card game, or worth like a collectible? But so the rules are scuffed, right? That's what I heard. Is it like unplayable?
Thing associated with Dark Angels are the Fallen, a part of their faction that turned traitor against the Imperium, and they are very heavily trying to expunge all knowledge of them from existence. Fallen? What Fallen? Never heard of any Fallen. Do you know about the Fallen? We're gonna take you away and mind probe you to make sure you have never heard of the Fallen. They definitely don't exist, and if they do exist, which they don't, we will find them even though they don't exist. They love their interrogations. They thrive in it. Lionel Johnson is a scorched earth policy sometimes, and it's given to his sons in force, which makes sense considering that when the Lion heard of a Chaos Primarch on a homeworld different Primarch, whose mom was there, he was like, let's nuke it. The Dark Angels are a
Whose mom was there?
special group.
I didn't think they had moms.
They formulate themselves into 3 different factions. The Deathwing Terminators, slow-moving, tough phalanx. The Raven Wing, fast jet bikes and flyers. And the Green Wing, which is your standard Marines. They are a jack of all trades, but not in the sense where they're good at everything, but rather they have a lot of things that are good at specific things. Like instead of 20 people that have a multi-tool, they instead have 20 people with gigantic power tools for every job imaginable. If you like being
So wait. So Primarchs are the right proportions, but Space Marines are smushed because they have worse genetics. Is that they lost the genetic lottery? Balance them to make quick play. You will only ever get a couple points. Choices matter. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, adopted mother? Oh, that's sweet.
suspicious about everyone and everything in your surroundings, but you also like to have a whole lot of deep night type lore, run the Dark Angels.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
Our second legion is a special one.
If you can see, the numbers all go to 11.
The Emperor's Children. Allegiance?
Why does he look so fabulous, like with his legs in the color scheme, and then he just has someone's face? Like he's like, I'm feeling fabulous with my murder.
Greater. Primarch? Fulgrim. A perfectionist. An artist. A sneaky snaky snake. And the single word descriptor? Perfection. The Emperor's Children are all about the pursuit of perfection. Perfection in all they do. Perfection in war, in artistry, and perfection in every other aspect of life. Their armor is a gleaming pink, purple, and gold. Their ships have spires of gorgeous
Oh, so they're the fabulous fraction. He's like the Tarek from League of Legends. Do they also think gems are
gold statues
fabulously outrageous
in their honor? Fulgrim is a man who believes the pursuit of perfection is the goal of all things. And I mean, look at him. Can you truly tell me that he is not perfect? The hair, the features.
I can't trust him. He looks like Griffith.
As Primarchs,
I have no trust. Twitch stream.
So he is the one you look at, and if 40K had a guy that would give you the best sex you've ever had and never call you back, this is the fucking guy. Which is why
I feel like he's way more likely to be the dude who's trying to hit on your boyfriend than bang a woman and not call you
pursuit of
back.
decadence led them to the evils of chaos. Yes, Emperor's Children are our first Chaos Legion, and not just a normal one. One devoted
The official ones, there is a fanfic of Persona Pretty Boys. What?
to, you guessed it, Slaanesh, the Prince of Pleasure, God of unspeakable excess. The Emperor's Children in
True, he'll do you both. That feels more accurate. So he's not nice. I'm getting from that. I knew it. Griffith looking mother truck is always evil. It's because okay. I don't mind Alucard and he has long white blondie hair, but he has more gold blonde. It's the white blonde you gotta be afraid of. White, silver, or whatever guys always go evil every single time. I don't make the rules. Look at Sephiroth.
their pursuit are now horrifyingly mutated beings through Slaanesh's great will. They torture and maim to feel perfection through pain. They screech and attack with sonic weaponry for perfection through sound. And they slaughter, aiming for perfection in war. Fulgrim himself lost the battle against Slaanesh as a demon sword corrupted his mind and transformed him into the sexy man he was, into the sexy snake he is now. A demon.
I'm concerned he's calling that snake sexy, but Bricky's revealing a little too much about himself here. But purple motif, you know what that means? Kuromi said from Make Them the Most Fabulous Hello Kitty reference and known to man.
Primarch, corrupted and bringing his legion's will by himself.
Okay. I don't know where the I like long hair comes from, probably because I'm a Sephiroth fan, but Sephiroth is the only man manly enough to not look like a twink with long hair. Because he's like 6'7" and built like a brick house and genetically modified. So maybe this guy could. But also, he doesn't have that whole pretty boy makeup going on that a lot of the guys do. Like Griffith is known for having a pretty boy face, etc. But I like Sephiroth as a character because he's broken inside, not for his looks. Thank you. But two, I actually, don't call me sexist. Don't really like long hair on men. I'm sorry. Cancel me. As
far as Emperor's Children go, they are some bad people. They do horrible horrible things to anyone and everything. In fact, they're such trolls that their battle cry is for the Emperor, despite being horribly mutated and corrupted. If you've ever taken a little too much of a drug, or maybe the music at the concert was too loud and you didn't bring any earplugs, or whatever the reason, you just take all those things and you dial it and you dial it and you
I forgot Shoshomaru and Inuyasha also looks good with long hair. But okay, don't call me sexist because it's a preference, guys. Oh my god.
twist it and the knob breaks. And that is the Emperor's Children.
God is dead. God, we means dead. And we have killed him.
The Iron Warriors. Allegiance, traitor. Primarch, Perturabo, a warlord, a siege smith, an incel. Single word descriptor.
Okay, I need to know his reasoning why it's an incel. Why he's into incel. Yeah, honestly, Berserk still haunts me. It's like one of those animes that has still stuck with me over the years.
Siege. Continuing the trend of our
I hate snakes. What do you mean?
Chaos Legions, we have the Iron Warriors led by Primarch Perturabo of Olympia. To understand the Iron Warriors, though, one must first understand Perturabo. A man so bitter, coffee beans run for light. A man who hates the world and everyone in it, who never got recognition for his deeds, who hates his brothers and hates their accomplishments even more. Someone so laughably petty, so incredibly bitter that he goes full circle to becoming likable. Why? Because he's competent. The Horus Heresy. We didn't talk about the Horus Heresy. Intermission. So Horus was the Emperor's favorite son.
Dun, 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 dun. We're in the Horus Heresy, boys. Something bad gonna happen. And no, I haven't heard of that. And yeah, it's a lore dump. It's all about that sweet, sweet lore.
Right, you know, so the Emperor walked into his room. Horus said, Dad, I just gifted 150 subs to Amaranth, and she said my name a ton, and she loved me for it. I really think that I might get to meet her one day. And it kind of played out something like this.
Your feelings for her are not real. They are real to me!
And then it started playing out a little bit more like this.
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood.
Yeah. So Iron Warriors, the Horus Heresy wouldn't have gotten shit done without Peter Turbo. Imagine an entire faction that is the personification of brutal industrialism, where you serve the Legion until your dying breath. You build and you
very confused.
kill
very
and
confused.
you siege and you kill and you literally summon demons just to take them and trap them in machines and use them as cannon fodder. This is a thing they do. They summon demons to trap and use as shock troops. The Iron Warriors are siege warfare incarnate. They are heavy weapons, they are tanks, they are turrets, and they don't die. They hate Imperials, they hate Imperial fists.
Okay, that model looked cool. Damn it, pause on that.
Pacifier Iron Baby? No! No, I don't!
They are bitter incarnate. Perturabo and the Iron Warriors don't serve the Chaos Gods because they like them. They serve them because fuck you.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Not another speeding ticket. I'll fight it in court, but I don't think they're gonna accept gotta go fast as a medical condition.
The White Scars. Allegiance.
Oh my god.
Loyalist. Primarch. Jagatai Khan, a speed demon, a plane strider, a roast god. Single word descriptor, speed. Hailing from Chagoris. The White Scars are all about speed. They love melee, but they love it even more when they are doing it from a motorcycle or land speeder. Or honestly, just running really damn fast.
So fast, they have motorcycles. So are they just literally like a Star Wars
White
reference?
Scars are honestly
Hey McMills, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Delling.
forgotten about a lot, and that's lore accurate. They are a legion that doesn't seek the recognition or glory from the combat they engage in. They engage in it because it is their duty and because they love it. Not in the insane slaughter enjoyment of loving it, but in the thrill of the fight. They are known as the Laughing Killers because they ride into battle with a smile on their face and a chuckle in their throat. And as you can tell by their Primarch's name, they are Mongolian based. Remove horses and replace them with motorcycles and land spears, and that's your style. They are heavily based on the old time
Amazing to mist in seconds. That's
Elements
crazy.
of Genghis Khan, and consider this is 40k and everybody's evil. You know, that fits. The white scars are actually physical scars on their body, going back to their heritage on Shagoris. The Khan himself is kind of a dickhead, but a reasonable one. He thinks ahead, he's intelligent, he's patient. He is often underestimated because he doesn't scream his accomplishments from the rooftops, which is what makes him.
Oh, so they're space Mongolians. I find it funny. I just assumed they were like a Star Wars reference.
And the white scars dangerous. His skills are kept at bay, only to be truly shown when the time is needed. The white scars are a forgotten legion often, but that doesn't diminish their accomplishments. All it does is surprise those who underestimate them. Speed, awesome Mongolian vibe they got going on. And if you really like to stab people, that's the white scars for you. Shameless thirst break.
This is dog. Woof, 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 woof. Woof.
It's the doggos. It's the furries, guys.
The space.
Accuse people in the comments that play Space Wolves defending that they aren't furries.
Wolves. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Lehman Russ. A Viking, a savage, the Undertaker.
They're
Single
the Viking-based ones, right?
word descriptor. Wolf, 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 wolf. There's so many goddamn wolf units. Skater, how many units in the Space Wolves Codex have the word wolf in their name? The Space Wolves are the 6th Legion and hail from Fenris, a frozen wasteland of a world with their Primarch, Lehman Russ. I don't really need to spend a whole lot of time talking about the Space Wolves because it's...
I like even in this one, Deadly, my favorite legion, Grim, they aren't furries. The SAM, furry detected. So we found one person who doesn't play Space Wolves. I just love how you can pick out Space Wolf players by that.
Very obvious who they are. They are the second most obvious what their shtick is legion in the 20 legions besides the World Eaters. When you look at the Space Wolves behind, what do you see? Do you see Vikings in space? You've done it. Congratulations, you have found Vikings in space. But they have as much in common with a regular Marine as an old-day Viking with like a Roman soldier. You see, as a Space Marine, your body is so enhanced that you filter out poison, and so you can't get drunk. The Space Wolves distill a special mead out of a horrible poisonous plant that would kill a normal human so they could get drunk. They have fangs in their mouths. They sometimes cannibalize their enemies. Sometimes they eat people because they gain knowledge about them from there and about battle plans. The Space Wolves are savage.
So they have their priorities. That's pretty cool. I really like Russ. He's a funny one. When he, oh my god, when they eat people, how does this make wolves uncool?
They're
How?
raiders, they're Vikings, but despite all of this, they are loyal to their core. Lehman Russ is an egotistical guy who just shouts stories and tales of his accomplishments everywhere they can. But at the same time, he was so damn loyal that instead of gunning down his foes, he hit him with a fucking backbreaker to show his devotion to wrestling. If you want Vikings in space, you found it. Play the Vikings in space.
We're gonna build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build
Oh,
that
no.
wall. Build that wall. Build that wall.
The Imperial Fists.
my life.
Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Rogel Dorn. A builder, a phalanx, and he needs a hand. Single word descriptor.
Needs a hand. Does he mean like physically, like he needs help, or like he lost a hand?
Fortify. The Imperial Fists are led by Primarch Rogel Dorn, their homeworld of Inuit. However, they themselves are actually a fleet-based chapter, with their main source of recruitment coming from an enormous moon-sized ship called the Phalanx. The Fists are a chapter you think of when you think of duty. They love to serve. The love to serve and the inability to be moved. Rogel Dorn is an architect, a master builder, and basically a rock in brain and body. A lack of humor or ability to
Oh my
lie
God.
shows that
That angry face.
he is as blunt as the weapons of war he creates. Not the swords he makes, but like blunt, strong weapons. The Fists are the same. Take your archetypical American Marine style look, a buzz cut, a hard
my
sense of
God.
duty, and then throw in some power armor and a love for building defenses, and you have the Imperial Fists. They are immovable. When you find a spot, they're ready to defend. You can't breach them. Their knowledge of defensive warfare is paramount. Without them, the Horus Heresy would have been so much more effective.
See, that's the thing. He did lose a hand. Thank you, Onion. Thank you. Okay, this is a bit of a problem I have with some of them, which I don't hate, but this is a lot. For some reason, a lot of the official colors, they pick like the ugliest shade of like yellow, or the ugliest shade of green, or the ugly, and it's just like, bro, there are so many shades. Why'd you go with this color? Okay, why'd you pick piss yellow? I don't understand.
Insane and immovable tenacity, the Imperium lives today. And let's not forget that Iron Warrior and Imperial Fist rivalry. Want to know why the Iron Warriors are so bitter? These guys are the reason why.
Hey, guys, bring the thing! Where is he going?
Yeah, I know it is to stand out, but I feel like there's better ways than piss yellow. But also, if you are a Marine, you would want to not stand out, but I guess they are giant, so maybe, so they can't exactly hide. So maybe it is to intimidate. So they can take the hit. Oh my god.
Hey! Hey, that could have killed me! Hey, guys! We missed! Get another!
Dorn and Perturabo are basically two sides of the same coin. One is just a bit more level-headed and got better jobs. If you want to be defensive, to be good at everything Space Marines are good at, bolters, heavy weapons, vehicles, you want a classic military fighting force.
Okay, it looks okay there, that yellow, but I think it's a little less piss colored.
Start fisting.
I am having a very bad day.
Men aren't known for their color sense. Don't tell that to men. I think that's propaganda. Propaganda, so men don't have to look at swatches. I'm on to you guys. I'm on to you. You just don't want to have to pick out war paint.
Hey, it's one of the worst days.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. The Night Lords. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Conrad Kurz. A sadist, a vigilante, depresso espresso. Single word, fear. The Night Lords are my favorite legion, hailing from Nostromo and their Primarch, Conrad.
Ooh, that's a pretty
Kurz.
blue.
They are a traitor legion from a planet known as the Sunless World, or the World of Endless Night. Nostromo is a horrible hive city that is known for being host to some of the worst gang violence, murder, and working conditions around. The only thing keeping the population in check is the suicide rate. The Night Lords
What? What? Ooh.
followed in the footsteps of their Primarch, a man who believed in a twisted sense of justice and that the only way to make humans compliant is through fear. The Legion's lesson has been lost on them, as their ranks were repopulated by gang members, murderers, arsonists, torturers, and other words I can't say on YouTube, as young as 12 years old. Murderers before they were even teenagers, raised to become demigods. Now, fear is what they sow and flesh is what they reap. The Night Lords are scum. They are the exact opposite of all other legions. They torture and they maim.
Okay, why does that look like that's based on the guy who played Hannibal, Mike Mickelson, or whatever his name is, in the Hannibal TV series? That totally looks like his face, right?
And they flay because they think it's fun. They run.
Actually, I think I've gotten his name wrong. Damn it.
Way often so they
Mads Mikkelsen. Thank you, SJ.
can come back and kill you with more numbers. They prey on the innocent and the weak. They kill normal civilians because it's easy and flee any battle where they don't possess overwhelming odds. They are the antithesis of
Okay. I know they're evil in that but look how pretty this blue is. They look fabulous.
normal Space Marines. They are scum. One time, a world did not comply to their demands, so they raided one of their ships and brought it into atmosphere. The crowds
I would literally pick that army just so I can paint that shade of blue.
cheered and clapped as it appears that they had won the battle. And the airlocks opened, and the skinned and flayed bodies of the crew were thrown down in the populace. In other words,
It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining body parts. Oh no.
legion of gangers and criminals. Add together a heavy Slavic influence to them, and you've got my favorite faction.
No,
You have not done the dishes for 5 years. So
the
embarrassing.
flayed
people.
flesh, I feel like adds to the aesthetic of the blue, honestly. Just brings out the pop in the color.
Come over here.
What does it
Here comes
matter?
the
You
blood
bring them over, you
angels.
kill them. Vampires don't do dishes.
The Blood Angels. Allegiance, loyal. Primarch, Sanguinius, an angel, a vampire, a dead-ass motherfucker. Single word descriptor, blood. The Blood Angels are 9th Legion, hailing from the homeworld of Baal with their Primarch, Sanguinius. The Blood Angels are a tragic tale with one of the best Primarchs, one beloved by almost everybody, a genuine angelic figure who led his people to glory, killed by the hands of the traitor Horus before the Emperor's eyes. The death of their Primarch led the entire Legion to madness as their gene seed malfunctioned and created something known as the Black Rage. The Blood Angels degrade over time, experiencing something called the Red Thirst, which gives them a genuine vampiric thirst for blood. As their minds degrade,
So their daddy died and now they're sad, so they get angry.
and break down,
The real
they get
pretty boy.
angrier and angrier, becoming berserk killing machines with no other goal than to tear everything in sight apart. But they don't see it as that. They see themselves there at their Primarch's demise with Horus in sight. And to them, it's time for vengeance. That Space Marine over there, that Chaos Space Marine, that's Horus. Kill him. That Orc War Boss over there, Horus. Kill him. That Tyranid Swarm, 1,000 Horuses. Horai. Kill them all. Did your toast come out a little bit burnt? Horus sabotaged your toaster.
God damn it, Horus.
Destroy the toaster. Destroy it. Do it. Do it. Kill your toaster. Do it. This slow, debilitating disease takes over the Blood Angels, and it gives them this angelic, vampire, and Catholic-inspired imagery. They have chalices of blood. They rest in coffins and can even use psychic powers to sprout angel wings from their bodies. They are a tragedy through and through, and the only thing that will look more tragic are the mangled bodies of those they come in
And I would have to say, dead motherfucker, I feel like Blade.
contact with.
I got a diesel engine, and honey, we forgot to mention, we're gonna take your job away.
The Iron Hands. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Ferrus Manus, a machinist, an inventor, and not a great head on his shoulders. Single word, bionics. The Iron Hands are from the home planet of Medusa and their Primarch, Ferrus Manus. Does Ferrus Manus have an iron hand? You fucking know he's got an iron hand. The Iron Hands believe that the flesh is weakness. But despite all of their enhancements, despite all the things that made them demigods, replacing some of the flesh with bionics will allow them to serve the Emperor more. They go hard into vehicles and dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts being giant walking
I would love at some point to paint a dreadnought or one of those bigger models. They look so cool.
sarcophagi that have wounded space marines piloting them from the inside. Vehicles, metal, upgrades. These are the things that make up this legion. Their tech marines have servo arms sticking out from all directions. They have a wide array of mechanics and extremely often replace limbs with metal ones, serving all kinds of different functions to deal with their enemies. The Iron Hands are also not particularly nice. They're kind of assholes. I mean, marines are already normally pretty big assholes, but they're a little bit up there because of their flesh, civilians made of flesh, because you see, the flesh is weak, flesh is corruptible. Bionics, the strength of the machine is pure and cannot so easily be corrupted. So if you want people who have
Man, they haven't tried to download something from like LimeWire or something if they do think machines can't be corrupted. Like, they haven't tried hard enough.
this little techno fetishistic vibe to them that love their vehicles and their walking coffins, hit up the Iron Hands.
Understand, Commander? I was never here.
Legion 11.
Yeah, well, I'm getting one set to put together on stream because someone sent it to me on Throne. So I am looking at paints for that reason.
Why, hello there. I have returned from touching grass. I know. I'm pretty cool with the grass touching. And now let's continue our Warhammer lecture.
This ruffles my jammies. Okay, so what's going on?
SJ did it. He's the problem. He's the problem why I'm getting back into plastic crack. I didn't want to point out who it was.
I am the super sandwich!
The World Eaters. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Angron, a butcher, a slaughterer.
Extremely, earth-shatteringly, unreasonable.
unreasonably fuck-ass mad.
Single word descriptor, anger. Hey, you.
Oh, was that the
Yeah.
thing Miwa was watching earlier where it was like freaking, if the Emperor had text-to-speech? Is that the right one?
Hey, you. Are you mad? Do you just fucking hate everything? Do you want to murder everything in sight and get rewarded for doing so?
Yeah.
Then you should join the World Eaters. Home planet
Maybe I should
of
be a World
Usuria
Eater.
and Primarch Angron, who, if the name didn't suggest, is
Yeah.
real fucking angry. Angron
Yeah, I was watching her
raised
for a bit. Like before I could get on.
Slave, forced to fight in gladiator pits. When he
Ready.
refused, they shoved old world tech into his brain, so that if he ever felt
Hey.
any emotion other than anger, it caused him extreme pain. All his sons, wanting to be like their dad, also put a version of these nails in their brain. So now you have an entire legion who literally feel
Hey, subject,
unimaginable
welcome
pain
in.
if they are feeling any emotion other than anger. Slap them with a freight train of armor, 2 goddamn chainsaw axes, and
Poor
you
guys can't have a feeling. Poor guys.
can see what's gonna happen. It's no wonder they're corrupted by corn. They're honestly a surprisingly sad legion that I actually screwed up in assuming that they were all just angry murderers. I mean, they are, but they didn't start out that way. Their corn corruption degraded.
Of course they're corn. I remember these because the guys always complained about having to put on those markings.
Their
It
intelligence,
can be a
their
pain.
free will, and made powerful warriors into arguably even more powerful warriors, but blunt, like frothing at the mouth psycho warriors. The World Eaters, like I mentioned in the Space Wolves, they wear their concept on their sleeve. They are angry, they want to kill things, they want to kill you, and maybe some of their friends, and that's the faction. They're red, they're mad, they're gonna run at you and cause death. If you like that, you play the World Eaters.
Death,
Or you
death,
like it because they were, you know, at one point a lot better than that. Most of Warhammer was a lot better than that. I was once a lot better than that. That was when I was in college.
What?
I didn't finish college, and neither did Angron.
Oh, it must.
We're going down a really dark road here, I feel.
It is. Hang on.
Hail Caesar. If it's not done by sunrise, I'll cut your balls off.
The Ultramarines.
Wait.
Allegiance, Loyalist. Prime
What the hell is that from?
Mark Rabute Gilliman. That's how it's said. An analyst, a diplomat, a blueberry boy scout. Single word descriptor, duty. When you see Space Marines on a box or just Space Marines in promotional material, notice how they are always colored blue. These are the blue Space Marines. These ones here, the Ultramarines, who hail from the world of Macrog with their Primarch Rabute Gorilla Man.
Blue da dee dee da dee da 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 dee da.
Marines are the white bread of Space Marines, the grilled chicken with salt and pepper. This is by no means an insult. They are
Hey, that double box we're getting has some of this white bread. We should try and find this pretty blue.
plain Jane, but that's also because they're
shiny.
so goddamn good at their job. Their skill for warfare is paramount, but so is their ability for leadership. Gilliman for a while was a damn boring Primarch for all the reasons he was great, because no matter how hard you try, you don't win a war without logistics, without supply lines, without trade routes, without infrastructure and economy. You don't win anything without all that stuff, and Gilliman knows it, which is why he has one of the largest standing empires in the Imperium, named Ultramar, which is why his sons are the most recognizable of all the Space Marines, which is why the only thing that rivals the weight of their victories is the weight.
Any loyalist legion, true, but we can make them pretty, because I do want to give them this blue, but it depends what set I can find of colors, honestly, online.
Of their egos. They are
We're just
good at
winging it.
everything and bad at nothing. They are great at everything. Other legions can do other things better than them, but they are good at everything. The most interesting thing about the
The paperwork and administrative Marines. Oh my god. Imagine if we just attach desks to all of them. So it looks like
Ultramarines
they're
is
always at work.
their characters, as they are all now inflicted with various amounts of ultra depression for many reasons. Gilliman is, at the time of recording, the only playable Primarch currently on the tabletop, and the only one that has returned to the 41st millennium for the Loyalist side. He took one look at what his empire has become and immediately wanted to fucking die. Being forced to lead everything he once hated, an Imperium rotten to its core with his sole responsibility to save it, is kind of what makes him interesting. They are a perfectly
Oh, they have 2 Primarchs now. That's in modern 40k, right? Because to play most of the Primarchs, you have to play 30k. Don't quote me. I could be completely wrong. The lion killed his mom. What the hell? Oh, so it was Monty Python. It did sound like Monty
Standard Legion
Python.
with perfectly standard ideals, and great if you want a simple, clean slate.
Uh-oh, stinky, funny poop, poop funny, woo!
The Death Guard. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Mortarion. A Reaper, a Poison, an ungodly stench. Single word descriptor, rot. The Death Guard hail from
Put him in the bin.
Barbaros, with the Primarch Mortarion. The 14th Legion were known for their incredible resilience to damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Where the Imperial Fists were defensive thanks to tactics and posturing, the Death Guard were resilient because they could take a punch or a gut shot or a cannon to the chest and just keep on moving. They are slow, yet they are resistant, which was...
So they're tanks, pretty much, right? So they're tanks. Hey, Smokescreen, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Delinquents. The worthless redeem is I call you worthless. Usually people want to see me get creative, like with calling them dumb bitches or some shit, but it's it's an old meme from when we used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, pretty much.
Only
what do you mean the Asmund and Del faction? What the frick?
Founded as a Death Guard captain, Typhus, codename Dickhead, sold them out to Nurgle, god of rot and decay. Now, the Death Guard are a Nurgle-worshipping infected legion whose ability to feel pain and take damage has all but just gone away. They wade through gunfire, able to kill normal Marines 10 times over and continue unharmed, all while spreading rot and disease in the name of their dark, very stinky master. Where the Death Guard enter, plague spreads. People get sick and they die. They spread debilitating...
Yeah, you make a good point. For them to be the tankiest of the tankiest Marines are already pretty damn tanky. That had to be pretty chunk boys. But, yeah, some people mention the text-to-speech series. I'll try and remember to look it up. But if not, you can link it to me in the Discord. That'd be really helpful in media. Yay! And then I'll try and put it in the queue.
Disease to all around them. Why would a
I'll try and do it after the video, just so I don't have to cut out calling you names.
Need to be anything more than very tanky when their enemies are falling over, puking, firing out of both ends, and having their skin peel off just by their presence. Entire worlds infested with a zombie rot, swarms of insects that eat flesh and metal alike, all while the Legion advances slowly, painfully, allowing the disease they spread to take its toll before they reap the lives they believe belong to them. And look at Mortarion's model, dude. The man is baller as fuck. A gigantic moth with a gigantic scythe. Come on now. The Death Guard.
For my next trick! I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
The 1,000 Sons. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Magnus the Red. A scholar, a sorcerer, a fucking nerd. Single word descriptor?
Nerd. It's the nerd fraction.
Magic. The 1,000 Sons hail from their homeworld of Prospero, with their Primarch Magnus the Red. The final of our 4 major Chaos God factions, the 1,000 Sons are disciples of Tzeentch, the Changer of Ways. Heavily inspired by their Egyptian theming, the Legion themselves are slaves to the god of trickery and change, most of them no longer even having a physical form, reduced to just dust, piloting suits of armor at the whim of a sorcerer leader. The 1,000 Sons do not deserve their fate. There's a common joke that Magnus did nothing wrong. This is untrue. He has done much wrong. However, he is very sympathetic, mainly because the Space Wolves and Leman Russ sought to end their rivalry through the annihilation of their legion, escaping only through the assistance of the
Why do so many of these like kind of shows have X did nothing wrong? Like, why?
Changer of Ways, and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some Lovecraftian style abilities, the eyes everywhere, and potent spells to be cast at their foes, whether these are bolts of psychic lightning, reversing time itself, opening up portals to unreality, or changing the very fabric of the universe. The 1,000 Sons sorcery knows no bounds, and they are very good at it. If you're a fan of like wizards, your classic style of spellcaster, and you want a ton of them, combined with a tragic backstory and a Primarch who, like Mortarion, looks fucking baller, the 1,000 Sons are for you.
You fucking
fucking
That is a cool
asshole.
model.
There's no way. You're a fucking cheater.
You're such a sore loser.
You're a cheater. My dad works at Nintendo.
The Sons of Horus,
My dad works at Nintendo.
or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Horus, a warlord, a treasured friend, or the traitor himself. Single word descriptor, assault. The Sons of Horus are the formal name of Horus's legion, hailing from the world of Chthoniya. The Sons of Horus themselves were assault troops. The strength of their attack was some of the most powerful in the legions. While the White Scars may favor speed for their strikes, the Sons of Horus were known for their overall offensive power. It was even said that if the Sons of Horus met the Imperial Fists, they would be at a stalemate for eternity. However, the Sons of Horus are no longer, because, well, they are now instead the Black Legion, led by Abaddon the Despoiler, who claims to succeed where his father failed. The Black Legion are still an offensive and assault-based force, but they act much like the Ultramarines, but for chaos. Your standard black and brass Space Marine, who are known for recruiting in all different kinds of avenues. Anyone can become a member of the Black Legion. Anyone can
sign up for chaos, guys.
Swear allegiance to the War Master. You gain favored by not just one, but all four gods equally. Their famous line, "Let the galaxy burn," is the best way to describe them. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, so long as the Imperium dies, the Black Legion has done its job.
Yeah, they did look cool before. God damn it, Horus. Why?
A
Ruining
legion
everything.
formed from hatred and spite, with a clear goal in mind, as the Dark Gods are calling and the Black Legion are sure to answer.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
No.
It wasn't fucking optional!
The Word Bearers. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian, a preacher, a fanatic, a choir boy. Single word descriptor, zeal. If the Black Legion answer the call of the Dark Gods, what if instead you decide to call the gods first? Well, then the Word Bearers are for you. The 17th Legion, led by Primarch Lorgar on the planet of Colchis. Originally obsessed with
JK, it
worshiping
blew
the
up. How many of these guys have lost their homeworlds?
Emperor of mankind as a god, they found that despite his divinity, he was not worthy of worship because, you know, he raised their equivalent of Jerusalem to the ground for daring to worship him. Like, could you imagine if God actually showed up and was just like, Jerusalem is stupid, it just destroyed the whole thing? Like, what would that do to your head? But there are gods that want worship and will reward those who do. The Word Bearers are chaos worshippers to a T. All chaos gods. They specialize in demonic rituals, the summoning of demons, and the mutual possession of their own troops. They welcome—
That's something I never got. Why does the Emperor hate, like, punish people that worship him? I don't really get it. He seems like kind of a dick.
demons to their bodies to fight
we're 35 minutes
as
in.
one.
7 minutes
They
to go.
exalt the dark gods themselves for aid, and guess what? They answer. In the world of 40K, Satan doesn't just call you back. He hops in his GT Mustang and he crashes on your couch. In the world of 40K, your rituals will end with genuine results. The Word Bearers know this. They know through sacrifices, through devotion, through dark baptism, the gods will answer and they will be rewarded. So they use it. They bring forth demons. They bring forth possessions. They bring forth the power of the Neverborn, the damned, and those that hide in the dark to bear against the Imperium. Lorgar sits there, smiling, as the truth he always knew, the existence of gods and the importance of faith, is a reality. And it is a tool he is using to rend the galaxy.
Dear Sir Stroke Madam, fire! Exclamation mark. Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me!
The Salamander.
Okay, so he's like an atheist. And he's a dick. Okay, because I still don't think the best solution to stop people worshipping you is to set them on fire. But maybe I'm just old-fashioned, you know?
There's Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Vulcan, a Forge Master, a Behemoth, a very huggy boy. Single word descriptor, Fire. The salamanders hail from Nocturne,
Fire.
a volcanic planet home to their primarch Vulcan. They are the largest of the Space Marines, not due to numbers, but rather size. Vulcan, he is an enormous slab of beef, by far the largest of all the primarchs. However, don't let his size fool you, as he is also the kindest. Salamanders have the juxtaposition of looking frightening, being larger than other Marines, while also boasting an ashy, like coal color skin and blazing red eyes, while simultaneously carrying around all manner of flame weaponry. So your average civilian might be spooked, but in reality, they are by far the kindest of all the legions to those civilians. Vulcan believes that to safeguard the Imperium is to, at the end of the day, safeguard its people. So unlike other legions who put their lives far and above the average human, the salamanders spend significantly more time trying to save them, often taking numerous losses by doing so. They are very independent as well. They're forgers and blacksmiths, maintaining their own weapons and crafting versions of it. They also have the very rare privilege of being able to see their families even after becoming a Space Marine. They care, which is the funny part, because the 7.5-foot tall giant with flaming
do we have some memes of the Space Marines that care fraction?
red eyes just reduced a traitor to bubbling metal, says, "You have nothing to fear, young citizen. Take my hand." If you enjoy fire, melting things, and being the nicer of the Marines, salamanders are for you.
Saga, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
The Raven Guard. Allegiance?
Avatar The Last Airbender
Primarch?
message mentioned. Avatar The Last Airbender mentioned.
Corvus Corax, a raven, a shadow, an industrial dance DJ. Single word descriptor?
Emo boy. He looks a little bit like V from Devil May Cry. Damn, emo boys all look alike.
Stealth. The Raven Guard are the final loyalist legion at 19 and hail from the planet Deliverance with Primarch Corvus Corax. If it hasn't been made clear enough already, the Raven Guard are stealth specialists and proficient in all manners of assassination. Despite this, their signature winged jump pack and double lightning claw look is, well, not very stealthy. They are named after, of course, the Raven and embody the entire concept of it as a herald of death. They are stealthy, patient hunters that have no problem with waiting and waiting and waiting until the moment to strike is at hand. It's not easy being a stealth faction when your stealth involves people in 1 ton of power armor, but they find a way. That, more than anything, should not be used to show how ridiculous 40k is, even though it is, but rather to show how good the Raven Guard are at their jobs. It's not about them sneaking around you without being seen, but it's also about them having lied in wait for so long that it wasn't until they were in striking distance that you even realized they had been there. And also, if you want, edgelord Marines with a long...
I'm just like expecting this giant ass man like hiding next to a bush and everyone's like, man, he's so invisible.
black haircut, pale skin, ravens everywhere. If you want to field assassins and snipers abound, then the Raven Guard are for you.
He could be in this very room. He could be you. He could be me. He could even be... Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? It was obvious.
The Alpha Legion. Allegiance? Heretic. Primarch? Alfarius and Omegon. Saboteurs, destabilizers, they're in your walls. Single word descriptor, espionage. Finally, the 20th Legion, the Alpha Legion, led by Alfarius and Omegon, the only legion to have 2 Primarchs who were split as twins. The Alpha Legion are heretical, we think, and specialize in destabilization of society and armies. Their entire shtick is the Hydra, because when you cut off one head, 2 more
so it's a heretic maybe
take its place. All of the Alpha Legion look exactly like their Primarch. Olive skin, shaved head. All claim to be Alfarius. All are liars. They make the largest use of sleeper cells and cultists in the Chaos Space Marine factions because it's extremely easy to take over a planet when you
poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses.
Where the Raven Guard use stealth and sabotage to eliminate their enemies, the Alpha Legion prefer to weaken them over time with sleeper agents, impersonations, basically anything you could imagine from a hardcore spy movie or Cold War level espionage. Being Alfarius is not only only an honor. Being Alfarius is a requirement. There's a story of someone chasing down an Alpha Legion agent for years upon years, and when they finally catch up with them and they see that the agent is wearing the same face as their pursuer, because this was the plan all along, to kill him and take his spot. We're talking facial reconstruction surgery, we're talking hacking, we're talking political assassination and impersonation, everything. They are Space Marines in name only, because being a strong stoic warrior is not what the Alpha Legion is interested in. In fact, the Alpha Legion is interested in you not even knowing that the Alpha Legion is a thing. I am Alfarius. You are Alfarius. We are all Alfarius in his Lord's glorious army.
So they're professional gaslighters?
Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little something. I hope if you were on the fence about what Space Marines you wanted to field, you would now have a better idea of what you want to play. Buy my Gamer Sub Shaker. It's on sale. It's on pre-order. It's ready to go. Just get it. Just get it. Use code Bricky. It's in the description. Just get it. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons over on patreon.com/Bricky and the members on the YouTube channel. Your names are here. I thank you a ton. You are all very generous. And oh, I need to answer a question. Have you ever attempted to touch grass but end up touching the Destiny 2 loading screen? Oh, damn it. I just...
Luckily, that hasn't happened to me, but I have failed to touch grass many times.
In a world of neon lights, till the body shines so bright, clumsy hot flood holds her crown, busting sassy folks she's found. Ears perk up a burp in sight, with a smile she takes the fight. Buns and balls won't break her stride, sharing heart she won't hide.